Hi, this is Katrina from KatrinaKCreations.com, and today I'm going to be talking about pattern making tools that won't break your budget. This is part one, so let's get started. So first I want to start with paper. This is Kraft Paper, and I used to use this paper when I first started making patterns. This paper is good, and this will definitely work as pattern making paper. The only thing I didn't like about it is that I just had a hard time seeing the pencil on this paper. But if you can see the pencil and if this works for you, by all means. And that's the thing, you have to kind of find out what works best for you. I don't talk about this in the blog post, but I just wanted to show a video. This is also, a possibility. I haven't bought it in so long, so I'm not sure how much it costs. But while you're doing your comparison pricing, because I encourage you to compare prices for everything that you buy. And while you're comparing your prices, if this is a better fit for you, then by all means, go with this paper. This is the paper that I've used for years. This is banner paper, and it's used for, when people are having parties or celebrations, they make a big old banner, welcome home, new baby, happy birthday, whatever the case may be. This makes great pattern making paper. This is the part that I don't like, is that when you unroll it, it curls right back up. So the night before, you want to maybe try to lay it out and put some books on it or something. Or what I like to do, I like to roll it the opposite direction. Do that a couple times, and it kind of wrinkles your paper up a little bit at the ends, but it'll help it to stay down. But that's about the only thing that I don't like about this paper. But other than that, it's good paper. I can see the lines fine on this white paper, and it works great as pattern paper. Make sure you shop around for your banner paper if that's what you choose to use. But I got to tell you, this is my all-time favorite, this medical paper. This is the paper that you see in doctors' offices that they put on the exam tables. This is great, especially if you like the tissue paper that the commercial patterns use, but you don't like how fragile it is. You will like this paper. I love it because you can see through it. So if you need to match anything, any markings or seams or anything, you can definitely see through it. Banner paper, you really can't see through it, but you can see through this paper. So this paper is great. And when you unfold it, it's ready for use. It's not going to curl back up on you. And that is my favorite part about it, because I don't have to fight with the paper or prepare the paper the night before I use it, or a couple of hours before I use it. It's ready for me to use whenever I need it. The next budget-friendly pattern making tool I want to talk about is poster board. This stuff is great for tracing your patterns. If you want to make a sloper, or if you want to prolong the life of your commercial pattern, poster board is great for doing that. And I show you how to do that in my video on how to copy your favorite pattern to make your own designs. That link is in the description. You can check that blog post out. So poster board is a great pattern making tool. The next tool I want to talk about is the tracing wheel. Of course, we use this to put markings on our fabric when we're cutting out our patterns. We mark our fabric, mark the important things that we need to sew by. But also it's good for pattern making, for when you're copying patterns or tracing patterns. You can transfer markings or transfer lines. As you can see here, this has a serrated edge, not a smooth edge. The other thing I like about the serrated edge tracing wheel is that if you have to fold out your dart to true it, or if you need to fold out a pleat on your pattern piece, you can roll this over the line, and it gives you like a little perforation, not enough to put a hole in your pattern, but just enough to let you fold directly on that fold line. So let me show you. I have a mat under here, so you want to make sure you have a mat under your pattern, because you don't want to put a hole in it. And I'm just going to mark my line. And this is not a pleat or dart on this particular pattern, but I just want to show you how it works. And you can use a ruler if you want to really keep it straight. And I'm just going to mark my line all the way to the end. And now it's giving me a little perforation so that when I go to fold it, I can fold it directly on the line. And the last tool that I'm going to talk about on this video is what I use for pattern weights, which is fasteners from the Home Depot store. That's where these came from. You can probably get them from any home improvement store. And these were 20 in a box, and they were about $6. If I need heavier weight, I just stack them. If I need a lighter weight, then I use one or I use two. But they work great as pattern weights. So rather than use the weights that you get at the fabric store, you can go to any home improvement store and get you some fasteners. I've seen other tools that people have used as weights as well. So that's it for part one of pattern making tools that won't break your budget. Your pattern paper, your poster board, your tracing wheel with the serrated edge, and pattern weights. The home improvement store calls them fasteners, but I call them pattern weights. And in part two of pattern making tools that won't break your budget, I'll be talking about 3 more pattern making tools, and also one pattern making tool that I just started using, just got actually a few weeks ago, that I want to do a review on and let you know about it. Some of you probably know about it, but I want you to see that it does work, and you might want to add it to your wish list. So stay tuned for that video at the end of this month. If you have any questions, or if you have a tool that you like or use that's budget friendly, you can leave a comment below. I'll be glad to hear from you, and thank you for watching.